Hi, it's Meredith and welcome to Phonetic Fluency, where I help you to feel more fluent and confident in English by mastering your pronunciation. Let's get started with today's video, and in today's video I'm going to teach you how to pronounce all of the days of the week in American English. Let's start by looking at a pattern that happens in all the days of the week, and that is that the first syllable is going to be the strongest or the stressed syllable of the sentence. So for example, in Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, we have Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And the first syllable is the strongest one. We're going to notice that in all the words we cover today. The other thing we'll notice is that the final syllable, day, is the same and doesn't change throughout any of these pronunciations. So let's start there and make sure that you're pronouncing that final syllable correctly. We pronounce that syllable, day. The D of English is produced with the tongue touching the alveolar ridge inside the mouth, not touching the teeth at all. D, d, d. So your D should sound like that. D, d, d. And then we have the diphthong, A. We have to hear both sounds for that to be correct. A. Altogether, that's day, day. So starting with the first day of the week, we have Sunday. That first syllable is pronounced S. Vowel sound is a really lazy vowel sound. Sun. Sunday. Sunday. Next we have Monday, and this is with the same vowel sound. We're just going to change the first consonant. Monday. Monday. Next we have Tuesday. In some regional accents, you might hear that there's like a y sound in there, Tuesday, but in most North American accents, we tend to say Tuesday. So let's practice it that way. We have the sounds t, oo, z. Vibrating z sound. Tuesday. Tuesday. Next we have Wednesday, and as I'm sure you already know, this is one of those words where you really don't want to try to pronounce the word like how it's spelled, because its spelling and pronunciation are quite different. So ignoring the spelling, let's just look at the actual pronunciation. Wednesday. So the day stays the same, the first syllable is still the strong syllable, and that syllable is pronounced w. Z. Z. Wins. So then we have Wednesday. Wednesday. Simple as that. Next we have Thursday. In the first syllable, we start with the consonant sound th. This is a sound where I put my tongue between my teeth and blow air out between my teeth, through my teeth, like this. And then we're going to transition directly into that sound, because here we have an R-colored vowel, and it almost sounds like there's no vowel at all. So I'm going to say thur. We're going to follow it with the vibrating z sound. Thurs. Th. Z. Thurs. And that gives us Thursday. Thursday. Now we have Friday. Let's look at all of the sounds in our first syllable, which is, again, the strongest syllable. American sound. And then we have our diphthong, I. So for this to be correct, I need to hear both sounds clearly. I. I. Fry. And we make it sound stronger than day by making it a little bit longer than day. Friday. Next we have Saturday. Because this video is focusing on the American accent, I'm going to teach you how that T is not pronounced like T, but we are pronouncing it as a tapped T, which in American English sounds pretty similar to our D sound. If I pronounce it very slowly, it will sound like a D, because I'm touching the same place in the mouth. I'm touching the palate. But in normal speech, it's a lot faster because it's just one little quick tap of the tongue against the palate. You'll notice the same thing in words like water, city, notice. The same thing happens in the word Saturday. We have a really quick little tap of the tongue against the palate to represent the T sound. Sadder. If you decide to pronounce a tapped T instead of a true T here, which is what we would do in the American accent, just make sure that it is totally audible. For Spanish speakers, sometimes I notice that they try to pronounce a tapped T and it can become very soft and I almost don't hear it. So instead of Saturday, I might hear like Saturday. I really need to hear an audible sadder. The first two syllables are sadder. The first syllable is the strongest and we have the vowel sound ah. That's the same ah we use in cat. So it's not like a Spanish ah, ah. I'm gonna bring my jaw up a little bit higher, spread my lips, and say ah, ah like in cat, sa. And then I have my tapped T, which is gonna sound kind of like a D in American English. And then I'm gonna quickly transition to my dur, dur, dur. Right now it sounds a little exaggerated, but it's gonna sound better when we put them together. So let's try those first two syllables. Sadder. Quick tap in the middle, but it has to be audible. Sadder, sadder, sadder. And then we have our final syllable, which is the same as all the other days of the week. Day, day, Saturday. Again, Saturday, Saturday. Now let's go one more time through all of the days of the week, and I'll leave a space after each word so that you can repeat it after me. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. And that's it for today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and please leave me a comment to let me know if this video was useful for you and what you'd like to see in future videos. If you're ready to start working on your pronunciation seriously and start doing accent training to see real tangible results, then I want to invite you to join my free mini course of pronunciation. It's an in-depth 4-part course that's really quick to kind of get you used to the idea of accent training, and you'll start seeing results in the sounds that are most difficult for Spanish speakers. I recommend that you start there, but if you're ready to start taking it very seriously now, you can go ahead and join my membership program. Together with the video library and the twice monthly live calls with me, you'll see changes right away. Both of those will be linked in the description below this video. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you next time.